Welcome to Talk Cardboard to Me, episode number 7. Now, you may be able to tell from my get up that it's winter, and winter means one thing, Christmas, and Christmas means one thing, board games. Now, for lots of people, that means Monopoly and Risk. Now, I'm not talking about gamers games, I'm talking about everyone else. And the problems with Monopoly and Risk is that lots of people don't really enjoy them, and that includes people that don't play games a lot, and maybe just play them at Christmas or, when Auntie comes over and you have to do something with her for the day. But the thing is, there's two problems with games like Monopoly and Risk. The first one is that some people quite like moaning, and so rather than expanding and trying to think, actually, what can I play instead? They just go, let's pop out Monopoly, let's pop out Risk, let's blah, blah, blah. And they would rather moan about having to bring these sorts of board games out than actually think about what else they can play. And the other problem is that it's a bit of a vicious circle, because if they play these kinds of games, then they don't enjoy them, so they don't try and find out more board games, because they go, well, I hate board games, because that's all they've got in their head. That's the only memory they've got of playing anything. So how on earth do we introduce more people to good board games, different things? Now, the media's done quite a lot recently. Like, for example, there have been newspaper articles published with top 10 board games, and reviewers like us, we try and introduce people to board games that we like or that we think they might like as well. And that brings me nicely onto Star Wars Risk, the new one that came out a couple of months ago. Some people have a problem with it because it's nothing like Risk, including some prominent board game reviewers, because they're saying, well, Hasbro are just slapping the word Risk onto a game so that people will buy it to make money. But actually, I don't think it's a bad thing, because how on earth are you supposed to introduce people that don't want to expand their board game collection to games that are actually good? But, well, it's a catch-22 for Hasbro anyway, because either they put the word Risk onto this game that isn't really Risk and have people say, well, they're just doing it for the money, or they bring out this game and they don't call it Risk, and then maybe people don't buy it. They could have made a lot more money by just bringing out Star Wars Risk, just like Game of Thrones Monopoly, just skinning the game Risk with Star Wars. But they didn't. They really tried. They really decided to make a different game that they're trying to bring people into and they will actually enjoy. So we want to know, what board games are you going to be playing this Christmas, and who are you going to be playing with? Are you going to try and introduce friends and family to good board games? Like, we have played some really good games of Ticket to Ride and Mysterium and Settlers of Catan with my mum, with my grandma. Now, you may know what it is, and I may know what it is, but my mum certainly didn't, and that was what it was all about, introducing them to really good board games that they would sit down and enjoy and would have a laugh and have some fun. And that is the point. So we want to know, what are you going to be playing, what are you going to be buying for people, and what are you going to be getting for yourself for Christmas? What have you asked Santa for? Efka always complains about the terrible quality of the coffee that he's having to drink in these videos, but I'll let you into a little secret. This isn't even coffee, this is tea, but don't tell him I said that.